Alright, hello everyone, Simon here. We are continuing to play Shadowrun Dragonfall. What we're doing, we are going to find Apex, the AI. Assemble the team and travel to the coordinates that Alice provided to find a backdoor access point and shut down the Apex AI. Glory... Oh, Dante is a team member. Damn it. Alright, Dante, Dietrich, Eiger. We can't take... We have too many people. We have, yeah, too many people. So I have 2 guns and that. Oh, this is an extra gun. So now she has 2 pistols in her thing. She can't carry the minigun as well. Damn it. Shuriken may do additional AP damage. Interesting. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, confirm. Apex Rising. Apex. An artificial intelligence designed for matrix warfare. The thought of it sends a chill down your spine. For years, the Shadow has been ripe with rumors of true AI. Names like Mirage and Psychotrope have fueled conspiracy boards on the Shadowlands BBS since 2029. Most savvy Shadowrunners dismiss these stories as bunk. But from what Alice has told you, at least one of those stories is real. Apex is waiting for you, somewhere down in the basement of an abandoned Seda Krupp lab. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wade through a lot of gang territory to get there. Yeah, no, I can't. I can't get an extra gun. Oh, no, I can give her an extra gun. Glory has modified her burst fire server to increase the stopping power. 12. So the revolver can't do burst fire. I can give her the Vindicator minigun. I can't give her the swords. I should have taken the swords away from her. Alright, so I gave her the minigun. Wait, can anyone else use the minigun? Can't. Aiga use the... Aiga can't use the minigun. She does. She's less strong than Glory. Can you believe it? Alright, Glory can use the minigun. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's probably not very good for her to have the minigun. You can't use Flamethrower 3, so that's a waste of money. And I don't have any medkits for you anymore. And then Aiga can't use anything. Can she do full auto on the minigun or not? Alright. Find a way into the basement to access Apex's kill switch. Medical supplies, equipment. Those are gangers, right? Are they gonna shoot at us? Are they selling? Ulrich. What is going on here? Front entrance. Hey, what are you guys doing? A huge orc in ragged combat fatigues steps forward to meet you. He walks with the swollen bravado of a man who's used to getting what he wants. One of his meaty arms jerks up, hand held upright in the universal sign for stop. The other clutches a bulky assault rifle. The orc inspects you. His body language is decidedly unfriendly. You don't look like a magnifica. You're not one of us, and I'm guessing you ain't here for the hub either. So tell me, who are you, and what's your interest in this building? Actually, I'm here for the hub. Business can't discuss it, I'm sure you understand. I need to get into the basement, it's important. Step back and stand down before you get hurt. Sure, actually, I'm here for the hub. I mean, we probably can't bluff our way past him. But I feel like any of the other options, we're gonna have to shoot our way through anyway. With that kind of gear, bullshit. And if you're here for the hub, then I'm... If you're here for the hub, then I'm a cross-dressing elf. Oh, are you though? He grins, revealing a mouth filled with jagged teeth. This building is under our beta protection. Can't let anyone by who's packing that kind of heat. We don't want the building getting shot up after all. It looks pretty shot up already, a few more holes couldn't hurt. Maybe I should have put a few bullets in you instead. I'm not planning on shooting anything, not unless I have to. Yeah, well, I can't exactly take that at face value. Look, it'd be better for everyone if you just turn back. We don't want to fight you, but we can't risk letting an unknown player into this. He pauses for a moment to search for the right word, situation right now. You don't get to make that call, I have business inside. Step out of my way or your problem's gonna get a whole lot worse. Maybe I could help you out with your situation. Well, that puts a different spin on things. He pauses for a moment to consider. You look like you can handle yourself. We could probably use you, if you'd be willing to help. There'd even be some money in it for you. But if not, well... The assault rifle in his hand shifts position slightly. That's a different conversation. And what exactly do you want us to do? Iga's tone is neutral, her posture relaxed, but one of her hands casually comes to rest on the butt of her shotgun. Ulrich doesn't seem to notice. I mean, he's got guns, we've got guns, you know, we're just a bunch of dudes with guns. I think we all understand each other. We're having some trouble with a local mage gang, the Magnificers. The orc turns his head and spits. They attacked us without warning, took up in our building and kicked us onto the street. Wow, you guys suck. Me and my boys, we're the rightful protectors of this block, but the assholes that screwed us, they've got the buildings buttoned up pretty tight. We can't get in there to make things right, but maybe you can. If you could enter the building and do some damage to those drag-eating Magnificers, the Arbiters would be willing to pay you 200 new yen per kill. You bring me back the amulets and you get paid. How's that sound? Iga raises an eyebrow. Your call, fearless leader. You know the timetable we're working on. It's a deal, Ulrich. Charisma 5, 200 new yen per head ain't bad, but from where I'm standing it looks like you need my help. And that tells me that you can do better. Alright, it's a deal. Good. Yeah, I think that this will work. Iga gives you a small nod. Her hand falls away from the stock of a shotgun. You need anything else? Or are you ready to go crack some skulls? We don't have to... I mean, we just need to get into the basement, right? We get past these guys. We get past the mages. We don't need the money. I want to know who I'm working for. I'm Ulrich, leader of the Berlin chapter of the Arbiters. We're a polyclub, small but growing. We serve the people of the working class, protect them from the parasites that would exploit them. Ah, you're not a fan of the F-state then. Anarchy is not the solution to the people's problems. Do what thou wilt is a policy that reward only the powerful. The working class gets trampled. A strong, people-centered communist movement is the only way to protect the interests of the common man. Give us a few years and that's exactly what we're gonna be. Alright, this is the Communist Party. I wanna know what I'm going up against. Tell me about the Magnificers. A gang of parasites. They think that their magical talents make them better than everyone else. Because of that, they feel entitled to take whatever they want. Up until recently, they've been content with pulling pranks and stealing purses. Childish dreck, but they were basically harmless. Then their new leader took over, calls himself Trithemius. But I remember when he was just a skinny little prick named Uri. He lets out a derisive snort. I should have kept a better eye on him, I guess. Should have stomped him flat when he started putting on airs. Would have saved everyone a heap of trouble. Trithemius took over the Magnificers, militarized them, and convinced them that they could take us. And thanks to the element of surprise, they actually managed to do it. The orc folds his arms across his burly chest. Any day now, we're gonna show him exactly how bad an idea that was. I think I'll start by breaking Uri's neck. Not if I do it first. You look pretty dug in out here. How long do you intend to man the trenches? We'll be out here as long as it takes. We're taking our building back one way or another. For over 3 years we protected that place. We held it for the people, to do with as they pleased. Kept it safe from parasites and exploiters. Everything was cool until those Drexel Magnificus sucker punched us. No negotiations, no warning, they just turned on us out of the blue. Brought a couple dozen spirits down on our heads. I didn't even know that we were under attack until the water in my bathtub snaked up and tried to drown me. Most of us got out alive, but we've been stuck out here ever since. Just give us some time though. We'll take the building back. We'll starve them out if we have to. And when we do, those scrawny bastards are gonna pay. Not if I kill them first. Anything I should know about the building before I head inside? You'll probably see some burnouts floating around the ground floor. They're all here for the hub. It's like some kind of church or something. Guy called Parson runs it. Between you and me, they're all batshit crazy. Not dangerous, just nuts. Well, why do you keep them around at all then? Because a lot of them are rich. They paid a direct load in rent, and we redistributed that wealth to the common man. Let me guess, you define yourselves as common man. Do you see a tie around my neck, pal? Do I look like a corporate stooge to you? We are the friends of the people, and we are the people. Don't you dare question it. Okay, people. Just one more thing, I need to get into the basement. Anything you can do to help me out? Basement? What could you possibly want to go down there for? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. You'll be surprised what I'll believe, try me. Alright, I need to stop a killer AI so that I can rescue an elderly scientist from a ghost dragon. The future of building could be at stake. You're right, I don't believe you. You're either lying or you're crazy. But crazy has its uses. Alright, I'll get you into that basement, but it'll cost you. Yeah, of course it will. Dietrich sneers. Another Bush League extortionist trying to milk us for cash. You've got the wrong idea. I don't need Nguyen, friend. What I need is Trithemius' head on a fucking platter. I can do that, Ulrich. I can give you heads on platters all day long. Problem is, he's holed up somewhere in the building and we don't know where. Best guess, he's hiding somewhere upstairs in a room with no exterior windows. Somewhere, probably someplace close, he stashed the power coupling for the elevator. He pulled it to keep us from getting access to the guns we stashed in the basement. So, you find and kill Prometheus, grab the coupling out of his apartment, and bring me that stupid amulet he's always wearing so I'll know he's dead. He cracks a grin. Then I give you the control ship that I pulled when we had to fall back. Slot them both back into the elevator and it'll take you straight to the basement. Etiquette, gang. This deal's coming out all in your favor. If I'm going to hand you the entire territory back, you have to sweeten the pot. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Lie, you've got a deal. I've got a better idea. I think I'll just take the ship off your corpse. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Good. Just remember, no amulet, no basement. Now go on through and show that little prick what it means to screw with the Arbaters. That's fine by me, alright? I mean, I'm okay with killing people. And there's no need to kill both groups. Parson. The attendant behind the counter is an uncommonly fine-featured dwarf with a beatific smile. What is that? A yellow ID tag pinned on his chest pronounces his name in large blocky letters. Parson. Parson. He nods at you and raises a hand in greeting. Welcome to the hub, brother. Are you here to share in the splendor of communion? If so, I can show you to an empty terminal. What do you do here? I'm the custodian of the hub. I attend to the bodies of our brothers and sisters while they share in the rapture of communion. Are they... Is this like BTL Sims? I might be interested. Tell me more. Communion is a spiritual experience, friend, available to all for a small donation. He gestures at the banks of terminals lining the walls. The hub acts as the core of the communion. Those who jack into it are in turn linked to one another, daisy-chained together at the brainstem. Race, gender, social class, all of the artificial barriers to empathy that we've constructed as a culture. Communions strip them all away. It's a monument to the great truth that so many of us deny, that we are all the same at the core. Imagine it, friend, dozens of individual minds all tied together into a single cohesive whole, sharing in a collective subconscious connected through the hub. Parsons raises his hands in supplication. Join with us and feel your limitations fall away. Sure, I'm game. Where do I jack in? What? Oh, are we gonna like hack? Can we hack into the system using this? Wonderful, you may use any available terminal in the other room. Now, if we may discuss your donation. Sorry, my friend misspoke. We can't do this right now. I can pose you aside. Are you crazy? You can't plug your head into that thing. Don't you remember what happened to Monica and Winters? All at once, Parsons' face goes blank. The benevolent smile dies away, and he begins to speak in a monotone. The hub is currently closed for routine maintenance. Please come back again later. Oh no. Are they all being controlled by the AI? The AI is using these people? Oh, the AI is using these guys as a cover. Parson, are you okay? The blank expression remains for a moment, and then just like that it's gone. The familiar peaceful smile returns. Oh, yes, hello. The hub is currently off limits. It must have slipped my mind. I'm so sorry that I didn't mention it earlier. Parsons' expression changes. You see confusion, bordering on panic. He shakes it off a moment later. Is there anything else that I can do for you? I have some questions for you about the local gang activity. He nods. We do seem to have more than our fair share. Very well, I'll answer your questions. Oh man, Apex! Apex is using these guys as cover. That's so cool. Should I be worried about the gang war that seems to be gearing up around us? While you remain in the hub, you have nothing to fear. We pay well for the use of this place, and neither gang would risk driving us away. That's so interesting. And the rest of the building? He spreads his hands. If you choose to go exploring, I can't guarantee your safety. What can you tell me about the Arbiters? Parson lets out a heavy sigh. A pack of snarling animals dressed up as a polyclub. I'd steer clear of them if I were you. Oh really? You're not a communist then? Their ideology is loosely based on neo-communist movements from the past. In truth, I think that they just copied a few pages from an old Red Army faction handbill without ever bothering to learn what they meant. For all their rhetoric, the Arbiters are just another street gang. They shout for the sake of shouting. There's no real conviction there. If you came from outside, you've probably bumped into their leader, a huge orc who calls himself Ulrich. He can seem reasonable, but I'd give him a wide berth. One more note, if I were you, I'd avoid being seen with the Magnificers. The Arbiters take shots at members of the Mage Gang whenever they see them. If you're not careful, you can find yourself caught in the crossfire. Alright, I need to know more about the Magnificers. Power-drunk fools, the lot of them. The Arbiters were bad enough, but the Magnificers are even worse. The Arbiters' interests were limited to theft and violence in the name of their cause. The Magnificers, they have power, and they seem to relish in abusing it. Now that they've claimed the upper levels of the building, it isn't safe to travel beyond the ground floor. Several members of our congregation have been mauled to death by the Magnificus' pet spirits. He shakes his head sadly. Now we travel only in groups. You're safe down here, though? Yes. Prometheus needs the hub. To threaten this congregation would be to jeopardize his primary source of income. But the upper floors enjoy no such protection. They have become dangerous places to travel. I'm looking for Prometheus. Any idea how I could find him? The smile fades from Parsons' face. Prometheus is a dangerous man. Why do you ask? I made a deal with Ulrich. Prometheus is involved. Prometheus is almost certainly upstairs, hidden away from the outside world. I wouldn't advise going after him, but if your mind is made up, I suppose that I can't change it. Yes, I can tell you how to find him, but I will need something from you in return. Oh yeah? Yeah, of course you do. Saw that coming. Dietrich sighs. Tell us what you need. A pair of squatters on the second floor ripped the guts out of one of my terminals. They have taken the data jack signal converter, and the terminal will be out of commission until I get it back. A single damaged terminal may not sound like much, but trust me, the entire experience of communion has been diminished by this act of vandalism. I believe that I know the squatters responsible. Their leader's name is Janet. She is a decker of some skill. I don't know what she has planned for my parts, but I do know that the situation would not stand. I cannot allow another terminal to be damaged. There are a lot of people here. And so you want us to deal with them for you? Yes, but not with violence. I want you to talk with them and convince them to bring me back my components. Do this and I'll tell you how to get to Prometheus. Deal? Sounds straightforward enough. Excellent. It's a deal then. Can you tell me anything about this building? Beyond the hub, there isn't much to speak of. There's a small shop down the hall if you're hungry or in need of basic supplies. He shrugs and offers you an apologetic smile. That's about it, I'm afraid. What about the upper levels? There are floors above us, of course, but you're unlikely to find anything of value up there. Just the domiciles of the faithful and the magnificers who have taken charge of the building. I would steer clear of them if I were you. I need to get down to the basement. Ah, that would be difficult. The stairway leading down to the building sublevels has been blocked, and the elevator has been sabotaged. It stopped working at the same time that the arbiters were driven from the building. As we discussed, if you recover by stolen property, I will tell you how to find Prometheus. Otherwise, you could try your luck with Ulrich out front, but I wouldn't recommend it. Alright, thank you. Come back anytime! Fascinating.